Hunting is in my family's blood, and for my father Greg and I, it's our whole way of life. This is our playground and these are our adventures.
Oh yeah, baby. Paddle hard, go right.
Oh, look at that chamois. Is that the big buck? Which one is it? You just poleaxed him.
Great shot, roll him over, mum. Oh, what's that?
Woohoo, 14-inch bull.
This is NZ Hunter Adventures. This week we're in the heart of the Canterbury High Country, and as usual with this region, our journey begins with a bounce up a big braided riverbed. It's the heart of winter, and with the forecast showing a few days of fine weather, we're on the hunt for a big red stag feeding up after the roar and a rutting chamois buck tending to his nannies. Joining Dad and I on this trip is my mum Fee and our two new Chessie pups, Gunner and Allie. Arriving at our hunting area not long before dark, it was time to gear up, shoulder packs and begin the next leg of our journey on foot.
Well, after a few false starts, we finally got away from Christchurch about mid-afternoon. We've bounced our way up the riverbed, left the truck right on dark, and we've got about 5 k's to walk upstream till we get to a dock hut. We're going to stay for the night.
We've dragged Mum down from the North Island again, a little reluctantly because it's so cold, but with a bit of luck we'll find her a chamois or a red stag.
How much further do you think it is, Will?
Are you asking me or are you asking Dad?
You.
I have no idea.
The tour guides weren't proving too helpful, but the thought of warm, dry accommodation was enough to keep Mum plodding upriver looking for signs of the hut.
And there it is. The orange triangle that tells you there's a hut here somewhere.
Can't believe you ever doubted us, Mum.
About 3 hours after leaving the truck, after small detours and wading across the river.
What do you think, Mum?
Good, great. I just hope the rats don't come alive.
Oh, it does smell a bit
Smells like rats.
ratty, doesn't it?
There's been rats in, unfortunately.
Although it looked like the hut had its share of unwanted residents, a good fire and a hot backcountry meal was all we needed to feel good about the world.
So that's the plan, up before dawn, cross the river and climb up onto this high knob that should look right into the north-facing basin. This means we'll be on the cold side, but we'll be looking into what we think is the best warm stag country for this time of year, just below the snow line.
Sounds good.
Mum's already asleep. Had her backcountry and her hot chocolate, and we can hear a few mice running around in the roof of the hut already, so might be an entertaining night.
I thought we were going to have mice all night, but I fell asleep, so I didn't hear one.
The plan now is to head down across the river and up to that knob that we picked on the map last night, and hopefully from up there we should have a great view into the Alpine Basin.
What about up there? There's that shingle scree coming in there.
I don't know, I think the safe option is probably go up the creek.
As long as you can get up the creek to there and then climb out that face, that looks like the easy way to get there. If we can stay in the creek all the way to the head, definitely that's the way out.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's very slow going up here. You're walking way too fast.
One of the tricks to winter hunting is do not get your boots wet or they will freeze in a clear night like this.
Oh, I'll just go for it.
Go quick, Mum, quick.
They'll be slippery, won't they?
The riverbed gets a huge freeze over it and these iced up rocks are just treacherous. Really slippery and dangerous.
Where are we going, Greg? You made us walk up there, back down here.
Because the creeks are so frozen and treacherous this morning, we're going to try the bush.
Oh, okay.
So once we get up the cedar totra face, and then we're going to hit the monkey scrub, and that will be the point there where it'll get horrible, and we'll decide either to try and hopefully cut out and pick up a shingle slide or something that'll take us up the back.
Oh, okay,
There'll be
let's
some
go.
crawling with packs.
Come on.
We're going to get up here. Whoops! Ellie, go backwards, could you? You got it?
Yeah. There's a bit of a track here. Fight your way up.
We're halfway up the ridge and we've come up to a mountain toa toa. This has got this lovely orangey colour, which gives the orangey chestnutty colour to the antlers when the stag's rubbing against it. And he's been having a real go at this tree. Now I suppose we better carry on and catch Greg and hopefully catch the culprit. Let's go. He'll be miles ahead. I hope I can find the way.
After an hour up the face, looks like we're going to break into the open at long last.
Sunlight. Oh, this is not bad chamois country actually.
It doesn't look very nice, does it, Willie? We'll just get to that little rocky knob, that 100 yards away. These next two little pieces are going to be the demon. We've just got to get to there. We've got about 100 yards of absolute to do.
Up there. Go dog, go.
Well, Ellie and I have made it up here okay, and it looks like the next piece is quite easy, so if you can just get up and around this bluff up to us, you should be okay.
It might not have been the easiest way to the open country, but with the top now within reach, it had proved to be a fairly direct route, taking us only a couple of hours.
Up here, Gunner, and you're hopefully there. Big country for some young pups. They're doing well though. Must be time to find a campsite and have some lunch.
Definitely. We know there's that nice little tarn we've camped by before, just over that knob. I think that's where we'll head for. There's this beautiful basin with a tarn in it.
Oh, that looks nice.
We'll put our boudoir here, dear, and we'll let the boys have their one over there.
Oh, it's out of the wind, so.
Yeah, well, that's the great thing about the spot here. Like, this plateau is actually very exposed to the northwest wind that's coming, but we've got this little hillock here, and it's all it needs. The wind comes in, hits that face, this hillock throws it over the top, and even though we're high and sort of exposed, the tents will actually be out of the wind.
I think there's ice on those tarns. We should have brought our skates, Wills.
Oh man, I know I'm hungry. Waiting for that lunch.
We've just had lunch and now I'm going to head high and look for a chamois for Mum. And where are you going, Dad?
And we're going to just cut over this knob and glass the face. We're hoping there should be some deer poking around tonight and see if we can track down a stag.
See you tonight.
Here's one. It's a stag and a hind.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Stag and a hind on that, up on that tussock wire over there. We're miles too far away. I'll get the spotter on him and we'll see what he is. Are you being helpful? Are you? No, I don't think he's got bay tines. I think he's only an 8. Forks on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8. Maybe a 9. Another 8. I don't think he's huge though. I sort of get the feeling he's probably only a 3-year-old, that one up there. Big brows and massive big trays, but I think he's probably only an 8. Oh, he might have a bay tine. No, I don't think he's got bay tines. I think he's only an 8. Not really the stag we're after yet. There's a chamois over here somewhere. I'm just trying to, oh there he is there. Yep, got him now. Crossing that scree. Beautiful dark winter coat on him. Yeah, he's not huge. 8 inches probably.
Yeah, copy. What have you seen?
2 stags, a hind and a chamois buck. What are you seeing?
Are you kidding me? I've seen nothing.
Alright, well we're just trying to see this bottom stag down, you know where we saw that one a few years ago, that big one. There's one just off to the left that looks not too bad. Shingley Creek, just to the left of that pointy knob on the left-hand side of the Shingley Creek.
Roger, I haven't looked on that part of the country yet.
Although still young and not of trophy quality, it was heartening to locate both species of our target quarry on our first night's hunt. But with darkness and a cold, clear winter night approaching, it was time for both teams to head back to camp and set about preparing some dinner.
Well, now the wind's starting to get up a bit, unfortunately, and that is the forecast for tomorrow, but we might get a few showers. At least we're in the right spot. We've seen plenty of animals, seen some prospective stags that need a good evaluation tomorrow, and a few chamois, and we haven't had a real good look up here. There should be some chamois up here, so fingers crossed it doesn't get too windy tomorrow or rain too much. And we'll get back on the hill and have a good look and see if we can pick up what these animals are, and might even manage to get in on one for Mum, who's asleep. And we all will be soon.
The short winter daylight hours ensured we had a good night's sleep and were up and on the job early. Popping just over the ridge from camp, we had high hopes of spotting some animals that had fed out of the cover overnight and were still in the open.
It's the morning of day 3, still very windy, and I've picked up one of the young stags that the boys spotted last night on this opposite face. We're just going to keep glassing for the rest of the morning.
Unfortunately, this forecast is for the wind to really pick up today, and tomorrow's severe gale and then a big rainstorm coming in. So we've really only got today to try and find an animal or two for Mum. So we better get to it.
No pressure.
At least we'll be sitting in the sun this morning.
Looking forward to that sun.
Big stag. He's coming around. There's 2 spikers behind in the yearling. And the big stag's just coming around. Oh yeah. Yep, brows. Should have base trays and he's got tops. It's a big stag. Thumper.
Awesome, I'll see if I can see him through the rifle scope. He probably needs to bring it down to here. We'll just have a quick look. I just want to see if I can see. Oh yeah, I got him. There he is. Copy Willie, copy Willie.
Yeah, copy.
We can see him pretty good from here. I mean, I spotted them first from here anyway. I think he should come down now, so we've got the spotter back down here, because I think we need to plan an assault on him pretty quickly. We don't know what this weather's going to do. Over.
Roger. Yep, I'll come down. He's definitely the biggest we've seen.
Well, I'll get the spotter down here and then we'll make a judgment. Definitely need to have a closer look. Well, you've had the best look at him, and what do you think?
Well, as long as he's mature, he's a shooter. I mean, he's got big enough antlers, pretty solid timber, a nice shape. I'm just not sure of age. I couldn't see his age.
Okay. He's a couple of k's from here, so the only way to have a good look at him is we're going to have to get closer, and the option is either just grab our gear and bolt now, and which means if we end up all day on him, we've got to get back up to here somehow tonight, or we pack our camp and take it all in with us and get closer and evaluate him. Then at least it means if we don't get him tonight, we're still in the general area for the morning.
Yeah, my picking would be pack up camp and go up there, because if we don't get him tonight, then if we didn't take camp, we'd have to come all the way back. But if we take camp, we'll camp down there, and with that rough weather coming, we'll be pretty sheltered down in there, and there's still a heap of that country we haven't had a good look into.
I think you're right, Willie. What do you think, Mum?
If it's warmer, let's go.
More sharper.
What do you mean? It's a beautiful sunny spot. Right, let's go and get camp and get on the way.
It's not so much the sun, it's the cold wind.
With only a potentially short weather window available to us, it was decided we needed to act on the stag sooner rather than later. So with camp packed, it was time to shoulder packs and begin the drop down into the valley.
We can either side or round that next terrace and drop in, or
Yeah.
just follow this creek down. So I think we'll try the creek.
Okay, let's go.
We're all back in the creek now. I'd say about probably Oh, probably half an hour is all we'll need to go up here and get us within stalking distance of them.
You say half an hour till lunchtime, Greg? The usual Dooley lunch, 3 o'clock.
This campsite was chosen by Fiona. So when all of us have had a terrible night's sleep and are all bent and buckled or twisted in the morning, we can blame her. It's all right for her, she can sleep anywhere. This is terrible. Crikey. It's a nice sunny spot for the afternoon, that's about all I'd say. It's about all it's got going for it.
There was a pretty excited feeling among the team while we set up camp, had lunch, and laid a plan of ambush for the evening hunt, as it's not that often you know a big stag awaits you only a couple of kilometres upriver.
Now we've had lunch, we'll head upriver a few hundred metres, climb out on the true right and see if we can find that high knob that looked like it'd give us a good vantage point up to where we saw the stag.
They just disappear in this tussock lake.
These dogs, if that GoPro survives these dogs, I'll eat my hat.
Well, there they are, a whole group there, seen them? See about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't see the stag though.
Bugger. If only they'd fed round this way.
Oh, there he is. That's him there now, isn't it? I think he's got a little one off the other top.
It's an impressive head, that's for sure.
Man, if you manage to get that stag fee, you're going to beat my 13 from the raw. It's a ripper.
We're going to have to close the gap, so we're just going to sneak around lower through the bushes and hopefully find a rock where we can see up the creek and Mum can get a shot of it.
There's a nice rock over on that tussock flat there.
I reckon we just find the first place we can shoot from.
So everybody stay low, close together.
They're still all feeding. Just heading to this rock right here. 550.
550 TBR. Now we're talking.
550, Mum, bread and butter.
Got to put the muzzle brake on. Your favourite, dear. It's been good to you, this gun.
It's about to go out of sight.
They've gone out of sight, apparently. Okay, now what? What's our next best move? We're going to have to go for it. They've come right back over the side. They'll probably appear around that corner right there. How big is that basin? We can't afford to wait though, can we? Okay, come on, let's go. They must be just there somewhere. There he is, coming back up now. Right, so we just got to find a spot. Well, like how we can find a rock we can see off before we lose all our light. There he is. Yeah, we get up to this rock up here and we're back in business. As long as we don't run out of light.
Oh yeah, just wait. Yes, I found him.
Okay, just double check everything I've got right here. He's 495, 500 TBR. I've got 7.5 dialed in, which might be a smidgen too much.
He still doesn't present that good a shot. I'll have to go behind the shoulder.
Oh, now it's dark now. Come on, turn, mate. I can't believe this. He's just standing there, arse onto us. Thinking, oh, I don't believe it. Come on, mate. It won't move. All the other ones are moving around.
Okay, he's moving off. He's walking, he's walking.
Here we go, here we go. Where is he?
I can see him now.
Okay, you got him?
Yeah, I got him.
Right.
All right?
Yeah, middle of his chest, squeeze it off.
Smocked him.
Great shot, rolled him over, Mum. Oh, man, talk about some pressure there. Oh, no, Mum's 338 does it again.
And as always, Mum had delivered in trying circumstances.
Absolutely nailed it. Ooh-wee. Pressure. When all our good shooting light went while he was standing bum onto us for ages and ages and ages. And then finally he just suddenly decided to move, walked around, went out of sight and then popped back up over that ridge. We've got him on film, but she's pretty blurry.
Sorry about that, folks. All right, let's go get him while we still got
Yeah, well, we got some
a
light.
little bit of daylight.
Yeah. I smell him, he's right here somewhere. What's that, Ellie? Oh, look at that. What's that?
We've got him, boys.
We got him. And he's not a young stag either, you beauty. Well done, dear. Look at that, Ellie Smelly. What's that?
Awesome, Mum.
Thank you, William.
That's a great stag. And he is,
a
look, he's
big-
an old boy.
He's an old boy.
Coronet's
Great
right
old boy.
down. Huge tray on his left antler.
It is, isn't it?
And his other one was probably big, but he snapped it off.
Yeah, he's broken a big chunk off that one actually. Probably that much. I'd say they're very even otherwise. Bloody ripper.
And there you can see some toa rubbing. Well, yesterday it was so cold, my hands were freezing, and I thought, what am I doing down here? But, as you see, it's all been worth it. One beautiful red stag, my first South Island red stag, so I'm very happy. Thanks, guys. Another one for the ladies. Yet I think it's very important to bring guys along because someone's got to carry this head out and the meat. This stag still had some hinds with him, so he's probably still in the rut.
Well, it was probably either a yearling or something like that, yet to cycle or just been cycling recently. Because, yeah, unusual for an old stag like this to still be with hinds in early June. By now he should be off on his own, feeding up flat out. We better get stuck into him because Fee's got a bit of meat to carry out here.
Must be nearly back. Did you say we're nearly home? Or back to the tent anyway?
There we are, 3 hours after dark, at the same time as the first night when we got to the hut.
At least it's not as cold as the first night. Any dogs? And we shouldn't have any mice here either.
And we got a big stag in camp, oh dear.
I know. We've done well with everybody's help.
I'll be glad to put this pack load of meat down. And the awesome thing about your stag, Mum, is you've shot him within only a few k's of the main divide. That's a real wild country stag.
It's the following morning now with Mum's big 12-pointer on the deck. Our mind now turns to rutting chamois. Before we make our way out and down the valley, we're going to pop across the side creek and look for one of those roaming bucks that we spotted yesterday.
Yeah, there was one. We saw one briefly high up in that basin up there, so we'll go and see if we can track him down.
Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big group up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Where have they been? They must have just come back round into sight from somewhere.
The bottom animal was a big bugger. Are the buck's usually the lowest animal?
The bottom one looks quite good. Wish I had some sun on it.
All right, Dad, let's close the gap.
Let's get up on that knob on the left. There's more and more chamois appearing on that left-hand side, so.
Tail end of the rut, with that many nannies around, there's got to be a buck up there somewhere.
Has to be.
Spotting such a large group of chamois is a rare find in the hills these days, and we were adamant a mature buck would have to be nearby, so we legged it higher to shorten the range.
The buck's fed around out to the left, but there's all those ones, and that face still there.
Oh, this is neat country.
Chamois have incredible eyesight, but as they had fed round into a fold on the hillside, it allowed us to head straight up the predominant ridgeline undetected.
The cameraman picked up a bull tar right on top of the highest point of the mountain. Bull tar, king of the hills.
He was just standing up there with his mane blowing in the wind. It must be blowing probably easy 100 k's up there, if not more.
We've also got 4 or 5 chamois on a rocky outcrop up here. And that buck we spotted down lower, he's just tucked away in a fold, so all we're really doing is we're going to get the gun set up and just wait for him to show himself. Get the gun set up there.
We're going to have to keep a bit of an eye on this weather as well. You can see those hogsbacks really starting to build up over the main divide now. So that change is coming. We're going to get it probably later on today. We've got to get a long way downriver, so we've just got to keep that in the back of our mind.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Same spot, left hand side of that steep screed. You can just see his head through the grass. He's probably sitting down on the rock. You can just pick him up through the long grass.
No, he's standing up now.
What's he look like? He's not that big. He's probably 1 1/4 ear lengths long.
Not much. I've seen hennies with hooks as good as that. You're a very lucky chamois buck, you are.
But no, we're going to leave him, much to Mum's disgust.
Yeah, basically, we've had a good look. He's too young. Mum shot better than that. Beautiful spot here, chamois all around us. But we'll leave him for someone else. We'll let him get bigger.
I would have thought there'd be a good buck hanging around with him.
Yeah, well, maybe none of these are cycling and he's off on the sniff. Might have been one of those ones we saw on the other side of the valley. Trying to find something on heat.
Yeah, there's also regular heli hunting pressure in this area, so
Yeah.
who knows where he could be. We've got the stag in the bag. With that weather taking a turn for the worse.
Man, look at those hogsbacks rolling in there.
Let's cut and run, team.
The key to chasing red stags in early winter after the rut is thinking about food and warmth. They've lost all that condition chasing all the hinds around during the roar, so they've got to pack it back on as quick as they can before the cold of the winter hits, or some of them won't survive. So what they're trying to do is get back into those prime feed areas that grew the growth later in summer, and that's often at high altitudes, up towards, even right up towards 2,000 metres. And they'll be trying to get in there and utilise that food that's there before the heavy snows of the main winter come in and push them back down again. And the second thing is temperature. The stags have to maintain their body temperature. So the colder it is, the more they have to eat just to maintain that body temperature, and then there's less food left over to actually put on condition again, which is what they need to do before the winter really sets in.
And secondly, with regard to temperature, that entire side of the valley is north facing, so it's going to see sun right throughout the day, which means the food the deer are eating can actually go into putting on condition rather than maintaining their body temperature. So food and temperature are 2 key factors to take into account when looking for a winter red stag.
Back at camp, our run of fine weather was coming to an end, and after the obligatory photo session, we were soon packed and ready for the leg out.
Spotter, gun, meat.
Well, we're off back down to the truck. We're all packed up and my lovely son Willie's going to take my head out for me. And you can have a lolly for that.
Oh, why, thank you.
Probably about 5 hours, I'd say. And I'll probably be in the dark as usual, but what the hell.
What? You promised me no dark, no torches.
Right, let's roll. Come on, Mum, get your pack on.
Let's cut a track back to the truck. A couple of hours, plus a few more hours. Come on, Ellie.
Although heavy, I think every hunter can agree that lugging a good set of antlers out of some awe-inspiring country is pretty special.
Come on, you dogs.
The journey back to the truck wasn't without its dilemmas, with the big boulder hopping proving harder for the four-legged members of our team. But soon we were back on the river flats and the home straight.
Only a couple of hours down the river now and we'll be back at the truck. So that's the end of another great trip with Mum securing an 8-year-old 12-point red stag.
Catch you next week. Sure to be a cracker.
A massive thanks to our major partner Continuous Group, our retail partner Hunting and Fishing New Zealand, and the rest of the sponsor family who allow us to produce quality outdoor television. Thanks for watching.